Okay, I definitely didn't expect to wake up to this news today. Let's just dive right into it. Bethesda and parent company ZeniMax have just been bought by Microsoft and have joined Team Xbox, meaning that Bethesda is now a first-party developer for Xbox. So here's what Xbox tweeted. Today is a special day. We are thrilled to welcome the talented teams and beloved game franchises of Bethesda to Team Xbox. Read the full announcement from Phil Spencer. Now keep in mind, we're not just talking about Bethesda Game Studios, but Bethesda, the publisher as a whole, and ZeniMax, meaning that Xbox has acquired Bethesda Game Studios. They've acquired id Software, ZeniMax Online, Arcane Studios, Machine Games, Tango, GameWorks, and Alpha Dog Games, and Roundhouse Studios. And so with this acquisition, Microsoft has also gained the following franchises: Elder Scrolls Online, Fallout, Wolfenstein, Doom, Dishonored, The Evil Within, Prey, Rage, Quake, and Starfield, and many more. Phil Spencer also put out the following tweet: Xbox and Bethesda have worked together for years. We share similar passions and beliefs. Proud to welcome them to Team Xbox. Excited how we'll advance gaming together for players everywhere. Clicking on the link will take you to the official Xbox website, where Phil Spencer has published the following blog post, whose headline reads: Welcoming the talented teams and beloved game franchises of Bethesda to Xbox. Today is a special day as we welcome some of the most accomplished studios in the games industry to Xbox. We are thrilled to announce Microsoft has entered into an agreement to acquire ZeniMax Media, parent company of Bethesda Softworks. Bethesda games have always had a special place on Xbox and in the hearts of millions of gamers around the world. Our teams have a close and storied history working together, from the amazing first Doom and its id Tech engine, innovating games on PC, to Bethesda bringing their first console game to the original Xbox, the groundbreaking Elder Scrolls III Morrowind. Over the years, I've had many deep conversations with the creative leaders at Bethesda on the future of gaming, and we have long shared similar visions for the opportunities for creators and their games to reach more players in more ways. Just as they took the bold first steps to bring the Elder Scrolls franchise to the original Xbox, Bethesda were early supporters of Xbox Game Pass, bringing their games to new audiences across devices, and have been actively investing in new gaming technology like cloud streaming of games. We'll be adding Bethesda's iconic franchises to Xbox Game Pass for console and PC. One of the things that has me most excited is seeing the roadmap with Bethesda's future games, some announced and many unannounced, to Xbox console and PC, including Starfield, the highly anticipated new space epic currently in development by Bethesda Game Studios. So they've straight up confirmed right here that with this acquisition, Game Pass will be host to all of Bethesda's games, all of ZeniMax's games. And so when Starfield launches, for example, that's coming to Game Pass on release date, and you're not going to have to pay the full $60, $70 or whatever if you're paying that $15 a month subscription. That's just something you'll have available to you on day one, or you could, of course, purchase the game traditionally. This is a very powerful proposition for Game Pass. This is going to attract a lot of users to that subscription service, which already value-wise is some of the best value in gaming, period. This is certainly going to make Xbox a more compelling purchase. Additional details about the acquisition was relayed by Bloomberg editor Jason Schreier, who said that Microsoft paid $7.5 billion to acquire ZeniMax and Bethesda, and then added some fun facts stating that this is 3 times what Microsoft paid for Minecraft and Mojang. Bethesda and Obsidian are now sister studios. Fallout New Vegas 2 is now actually a possibility, and Microsoft is now releasing 2-timed PS5 exclusives. LOL indeed. This is something that is further detailed in this Bloomberg article that he published on September 21st, 2020 at 6 a.m. So he notes once again, $7.5 billion in cash. It's the biggest video game purchase ever. Again, $2.5 billion to purchase the makers of Minecraft. Game Pass now has 15 million subscribers, up from the 10 million it announced in April. So that's a big boost over the past 5 or so months. Like, Game Pass is really starting to gain traction. But interestingly enough, the deal happened right around the time when Deathloop and Ghostwire Tokyo are slated for PlayStation as a timed exclusive, so I'm wondering whether this acquisition changes the status of these games, whether they're actually going to end up coming to Xbox on day one after all, or if these deals are going to hold because it happened before the Microsoft acquisition, and so we're going to see these now Microsoft games go on PlayStation first before coming to Xbox. We'll see how this pans out. Oh, wait a second. The Bloomberg article was just updated. Phil Spencer provided a statement in an interview. He said that Microsoft will keep that commitment of Deathloop and Ghostwire Tokyo being a timed exclusive for PlayStation. And then as far as exclusivity for upcoming titles go, so stuff like Starfield, Phil Spencer just said we'll take other consoles on a case-by-case basis. So we don't really know for sure which games will be exclusive to Xbox and PC and Game Pass, and which ones they'll actually put out there for PlayStation as well. Either they'll take a game like Starfield and will make it exclusive to Xbox and PC permanently, or maybe they'll do a timed exclusivity thing. Case-by-case basis sounds about right, because with a game like Halo, that's only coming to Xbox and PC, but also Microsoft acquired Mojang, and they recently developed Minecraft Dungeons, for example, and that was a multi-platform release, even though it was a game made by a first-party studio. So I guess, only time will tell which platforms a game like Starfield, a major Bethesda Game Studios title, is coming out for. Me personally, I'd be surprised if Xbox allowed Starfield and other major upcoming Bethesda games to be released on PlayStation. But you never know. There is the possibility of Microsoft maybe thinking of raking in extra revenue from a major franchise like Elder Scrolls and Starfield by releasing those games on PlayStation down the line and, opening the game up to what's going to be inevitably a large audience base for PS5. Anyway, moving on. Pete Hines himself tweeted, "Today we announced Bethesda is joining the Microsoft Xbox family, and I want to share some thoughts on what it means for all of us." So here's what Pete Hines had to say on this new partnership and what it means for Bethesda moving forward. "Today we announced we're joining the Microsoft family, press release below. The world, our industry, and our company has changed a lot in the 34 years since Bethesda Softworks was first founded. Today it changed again, and I know that brings up questions. But the key points is we're still Bethesda. We're still working on the same games we were yesterday, made by the same studios we have worked with for years, and those games will be published by us." So that's an interesting bit to say right there, that Bethesda is still publishing their own games, even though they're now acquired by Microsoft. Wouldn't Microsoft now technically be publishing Bethesda and ZeniMax titles moving forward? When they say published by us, does that mean they have some autonomy in terms of multi-platform releases? I personally think that there is going to be at least a timed exclusivity with some of the bigger upcoming Bethesda titles like Starfield. It's hard for me to believe that they would spend $7.5 billion on acquiring ZeniMax and Bethesda and not take full advantage of that to draw people to their own platform. But in the Bloomberg article, Microsoft CEO Nadella said, "When we think about strategy, whether it's in gaming or any other part of Microsoft, each layer has to stand on its own for what it brings. When we talk about our content, we want our content to be broadly available." I don't know if that's more referring to Game Pass and the accessibility of that, or if they're genuinely thinking about taking these games that are developed by now first-party studios and actually putting them out on PlayStation as well. Again, case-by-case basis is what Phil said. We'll see what the case will be like for Starfield and, future Doom and Wolfenstein games, you name it, whatever franchises you're interested in that are under the umbrella of ZeniMax and Bethesda Softworks. It'll be interesting to see how Microsoft plays that card. Pete Hines' statement continues, "So why the change? Because it allows us to make even better games going forward. Microsoft is an incredible partner and offers access to resources that will make us a better publisher and developer. We believe that means better games for you to play. Simply put, we believe that change is an important part of getting better. We believe in pushing ourselves to be better, to innovate, to grow. And we have a long history of working with Microsoft. Our companies share many of the same basic principles. We believe in a culture that values values passion, quality, collaboration, and innovation. And soon the conversation will move on from this deal to talking about our games again, and I can get back to you on answering the questions that get us all excited. Tell me more about Deathloop. When can I see more Ghostwire? What's coming in Q4 for the Elder Scrolls Online? I want to see more of Doom Eternal DLC. When the hell will you tell me about Starfield? I'm excited for those conversations and look forward to talking to you about all of that and much more in the weeks, months, and years ahead. I surmise that from here on out, instead of Bethesda hosting their own press event, they're gonna announce all of their games through Microsoft now. So Starfield, when they are ready to do a major showcase for it, I would expect that it will happen during an Xbox event. And then there are possibilities with studio partnerships to consider, especially where Obsidian is concerned. So Obsidian right here retweeted Xbox's announcement of Bethesda's acquisition and said, "Welcome to the family, friends." And then beyond that, when somebody suggested, so Fallout New Vegas 2 is a legit possibility right now, Obsidian tweeted one of these. 100%, ladies and gentlemen, with Bethesda and Obsidian now being under the same publishing umbrella, there's absolutely a whole lot of room for another partnership and for the development of a Fallout New Vegas 2. And Obsidian, judging by this tweet, in which they acknowledged the possibility at least, seemed pretty optimistic. And so this partnership could yield something that a lot of people have wanted that otherwise may not have been possible. And we can make fun of Bethesda all we want for the complete fuck up that was Fallout 76, but there are games like Starfield, Elder Scrolls 6, the Doom franchise, the Wolfenstein franchise, Dishonored, The Evil Within, Prey. I mean, there are a lot of valuable IPs under all of these studios that are now under the Microsoft umbrella. This is a major play, a huge acquisition that is certainly going to make things much more competitive between PlayStation and Xbox when next gen arrives. With all said and done, I am kind of taken aback by this. This was completely unexpected. I'll have to wait and see where this all leads before determining whether this is a good thing or not. But the hope is that this can lead to new opportunities, higher quality games, and Bethesda being steered on the right path. For now, though, I'd love to hear what your thoughts and opinions are on this acquisition, what you think the future holds now that Bethesda is an Xbox first-party studio / publisher / company. Drop a comment below, and to be further updated on all things gaming news, reviews, and discussions, stay tuned right here on Young Yeah. I'll see you guys next time. Young out.